The Girl from Plainville is the true story of the Michelle Carter case, famous texting suicide case, where a young girl in Massachusetts was convicted of convincing her boyfriend, Conrad Roy, to kill himself via text message.
They've opened an investigation into your connection with the death of Conrad Roy.
But I didn't do anything wrong.
There are text messages, thousands of them.
Our show is based on an article that Jesse Barron wrote for Esquire magazine called The Girl from Plainville, with Michelle Carter being played by Elle Fanning, and I play Lynn Roy, the mother of Conrad Roy.
Mrs. Roy?
Lynn.
You called in a missing person?
He's been gone all night.
Name's Conrad Roy III. This unusual, him being gone all night?
Absolutely.
I did not meet Lynn. I got cast pretty late in the process, but I was really drawn by Lynn when I watched the documentary on HBO, I Love You Now Die, and there was just some quality to this woman. I felt, of course, an immense and deep pain and sadness for what she had been through, and there was also like a levity to her and a kind of a peace that somehow she had found through this tragedy, and I just thought that there was so much there to explore. And I know how important it is for her to tell Conrad's story and to kind of keep him alive in the public eye and not just have him be this victim. And I knew she had given the show her blessing, and I just wanted to kind of help be a part of telling his story and their story and the story.
We came here that day. Me, him, Sid, and Paige. It was good, really good. He laughed.
About what?
I don't remember.
Lynn Roy is a very salt of the earth, grounded, dry, kind of, I'd say, cool mom. She's navigating a teenager and two preteen daughters and her own life. And I think she had Coco when she was quite young, and they have a really close friendship as well as mother-son relationship. Well, I approached the material really, I think it was all on the page there. I think our showrunners approached the material with great sensitivity and respect for everyone in the story, everybody we're portraying. And so it was really on the page there for me. And I just, whatever scene we were doing that day, I would really dissect it with the director we were working with and with the other actors and figure out what it is we really wanted to say with that specific scene.
I just loved him so much. And he loved me.
Of course he did.
I think Michelle thought what she was doing was the right thing, as bizarre as that may seem to all of us. I think that she wanted to be supportive of Conrad, and she thought that was the right way to support him. So I think that the show kind of hopefully shed some light on what is the right way. She should have maybe reached out to others, to help him, and not tried to take that on herself.
Those are messed up texts. I think she was telling him to do it, encouraging him.
I think that young people have to take a little bit more responsibility for the way that they communicate. I think there's such a shorthand now with texting and little comments and emojis, and I think that maybe we don't think about the way that our words resonate as much. So I hope that young people watching the show will see how much their words actually matter and take some responsibility for the way that they communicate with others. I think now is the right time to tell the story because the media tends to sensationalize things, and we get very drawn in by this clickbait, and we're not often examining things from every side. And I think that we can all kind of read these short snippets and kind of come to conclusions. And I think that it's good, because people are very interested in this long form television, to really have the time and space to really examine, this case from all angles and see how far reaching it was and how many people the death of this young man affected. And hopefully young people will see it and see some reflection of themselves and relate to some aspect. And hopefully we can help destigmatize mental health issues and help people find some solace in what these characters are going through.
Is it our fault?
I don't want to talk about it, Co.
I just meant...
They told us to get him a shrink, we get him a shrink. The shrink says get him some pills, we get him some pills. What are we supposed to do, chain him to the fucking radiator?
I know that Lynn has been working on Conrad's law, and I'm sure just losing a son, like it's a way of her also to stay connected. And his death mattered, like she says, you know, and I'm sure she wants to help other families that might have, you know, be facing a certain or a similar struggle, you know. And to me, what she's going through is very specific, yet also very universal. And, you know, whether losing a child or a father or a brother or sister, or sibling, friend, anyone that you're close to and have a real connection with and love with, I hope that people can watch the show and see Lynn struggling through the pain and working through it and blaming herself, blaming others, finding peace, you know, losing her mind, then gaining it back again, you know, that they can feel less loneliness in their own grieving process.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.